Okay, sound and everything is fine. ठीक है. So हम थे पेज नंबर 99 पे, आउट ऑफ 186. ये है अष्टवक्र महागीता का पेज नंबर 99 वॉल्यूम 1 का. एंड यस, बुक पढ़ रहे हैं. सो लेट्स कंटिन्यू. Inside the worm of doubt will be gnawing. I'll say, now listen, is anything attained without doing anything? Has anything ever happened just by sitting? Things happen by doing. Does anything happen by sitting idle? Can you get anything for free? So, Ashtavakra is saying that you are not supposed to do anything. All you have to do is just become witness. एंड जितनी भी चीज़ें आप अटेन करना चाहते हो वो सब ऑलरेडी अटेंड हैं अगर रियलिटी में आप देखो तो. ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज जस्ट सिट आइडल, राइट, एंड जस्ट विटनेस एवरीथिंग अराउंड यू, विटनेस your own body, your emotions, and everything, and be happy. So that was the core idea given by Ashtavakra, and even Osho is also emphasizing on the same. ओशो भी इसी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. तो अब ओशो इसके अपोजिट में भी तर्क दे रहे हैं, उसके अगेंस्ट में भी तर्क दे रहे हैं कि क्या कभी ऐसा होता है कि आप कुछ ना करो और आपको सारी चीज़ें मिल जाएं? क्या बिना कुछ करे खाली बैठे हुए आपको सारी चीज़ें मिल सकती हैं? कैन यू गेट एनीथिंग फॉर फ्री? व्हाट नॉनसेंस आर यू गेटिंग इनटू? What illusion are you suffering from? So this will be the question. These are the questions that is asked by your own mind, in contrary to what the Ashtavakra is saying. Get up, move, run, otherwise life will run out. Life is already running out. Don't waste time sitting here like an idiot. These doubts will arise. What will you do with them? Will you suppress them? Will you falsify them? Will you say you don't want to hear about it? Will you throw them into the unconscious? Will you hide them inside, in your basement? Will you avoid looking them in the face? So basically, क्या करोगे अगर ऐसे डाउट्स आते हैं? तो क्या उसको इग्नोर करने की कोशिश करोगे? So yeah, what will you do to deepen your faith? You will do something like this. You will repress in some way. This faith will be false. Disbelief will be smoldering beneath it. This faith is superficial. Above is a threadbare covering. Underneath the coals of disbelief, of doubt, soon they will burn up your faith. This faith is of no use. You cannot deepen it. Faith is not. It is like someone drawing a circle. If he draws half a circle, will you call it a circle? Can half a circle be called a circle? It is an arc, not a circle. It can be called a circle only if it is complete. An incomplete circle is not a circle. Incomplete trust is not trust, because incomplete trust means that distrust is also present. In the empty arc, what will happen? There will be doubt. Doubt and trust cannot move together. Indeed, doubt and trust cannot move together because they are of opposite nature and contradictory nature, to be very precise. It would be like one foot going east, the other going west. You won't get anywhere. It would be like riding in two boats, one going this shore and one going to that shore. Where will you go? The journey of doubt and trust are quite separate. You are riding in two boats. What is the meaning of incomplete trust? Does half faith mean half belief is also present? If trust exists, it is complete. Otherwise, it exists out. And remember one important fact: whenever the higher is mixed with the lower does not lose anything, but the higher does. When you mix the higher with the lower, there is no harm to the lower, but the higher is harmed. A feast is prepared, fine foods are set out. Throw just a small handful of dirt in it. You could say it is vast feast. What can a small handful of dirt do? But a small handful of dirt destroys the whole feast. The whole feast cannot destroy even the small handful of dirt. Throw a rock at a flower and nothing happened to the rock, but the flower will be destroyed. The rock is lower, lifeless. The flower is glorious, full of life. The flower is of the sky, the rock is of the earth. The flower is a poetry of life. When the flower and rock collide, the flower is completely crushed. The rock completely unscratched. So basically किसी भी हायर और लोअर चीज़ को मिलाया जाता है तो लोअर चीज़ पे कोई भी अफेक्ट नहीं होता है, हायर चीज़ ख़राब हो जाती है, हायर चीज़ में प्रॉब्लम आती है, ये यहाँ पे समझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, तो उसके लिए अलग अलग एग्जांपल दे रहे हैं। यहाँ पे ये एग्जांपल दिया गया है कि जैसे मान लो आपने बहुत खाना बनाया और उस खाने में आपने थोड़ा सा मिट्टी डाल दी, तो थोड़े से मिट्टी से ही मिट्टी को यहाँ पे लोअर कंसीडर करा गया है और खाने को हायर कंसीडर करा गया है, तो इस थोड़ी सी मिट्टी से पूरा खाना बर्बाद हो सकता है। बट अगर आप उल्टा करोगे कि बहुत सारे मिट्टी में थोड़ा सा खाना डाल दोगे तो क्या मिट्टी ख़राब होगी? नहीं होगी। तो लोअर थिंग पे अफेक्ट नहीं होता है। वैसे ही फ्लावर और रॉक का एग्जाम्पल दिया कि अगर आपने रॉक से फ्लावर को मारा या बेसिकली हिट करा तो रॉक अनस्क्रैच रहेगी, फ्लावर डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाएगा। तो सिमिलरली हायर चीज़ को जब हम मिक्स करते हैं लोअर के साथ, लोअर डज नॉट लूज एनीथिंग बट द हायर डज। व्हेन यू मिक्स द हायर विद द लोअर देर इज़ नो हार्म टू द लोअर बट द हायर इज़ हार्म्ड। इसको आप एक चीज़ से और रिलेट कर सकते हो लाइफ में। जैसे मान लो आपकी किसी के साथ बहस हो रही है, ठीक है, लाइक बहस भी नहीं बोलेंगे, आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आपके अलग अलग है। लाइक आप लॉजिकल बातें कर रहे हो और अगला बंदा जस्ट कुछ भी बोल रहा है, तो क्या आप उसको लॉजिकली जीत पाओगे? लॉजिकली कन्विंस कर पाओगे? जीतना हारना तो बहुत दूर की बात, क्या लॉजिकली कन्विंस कर पाओगे? नहीं कर पाओगे। क्यों? क्योंकि प्लेइंग ग्राउंड ही अलग अलग है ना। वो आप समझ सकते हो कि वो लोअर ग्राउंड पे खेल रहा है, आप हायर ग्राउंड पे। विल नॉट डू immoral things like the other person can do. So the gist is you're not supposed to make everyone understand everything. Choose your battle wisely. Okay, all right, so this is not what Osho is saying. It is something that came in my mind because of my own experience, obviously. One drop of poison is enough. Remember, doubt is lower. If the rock of doubt falls on the flower of trust, the flower will be flattened and die. So ये वही डाउट और ट्रस्ट के बारे में बता रहे हैं कि जहाँ पे ट्रस्ट होगा वहाँ पे डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर थोड़ा सा भी डाउट है तो इसका मतलब ट्रस्ट एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है कम्प्लीटली। सर्कल वाले एग्जाम्पल में भी यही बताया था कि हाफ सर्कल सर्कल नहीं होता है, एक आर्क होता है। वैसे ही अगर आप अल्टीमेटली ये मान लेते हो कि आप एक बीइंग हो और आपको कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, सब कुछ आपने अटेन कर लिया है, तो आपका माइंड आपको क्वेश्चन करेगा, तो वहाँ पे डाउट है। अगर डाउट है तो आपने ये नहीं माना है कम्प्लीटली कि आप बीइंग हो और आपको कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, राइट। सो वन ड्रॉप ऑफ पॉइजन इज इनफ। रिमेंबर, डाउट इज लोअर द रॉक। If the rock of doubt falls on the flower of trust, the flower will be flattened and die. The flower will be murdered. Do not think that trust will transform the rock. The rock will destroy the flower. Either faith is or it is not. तो फेथ या फिर हो सकती है, नहीं हो सकती है, बीच का रास्ता नहीं हो सकता है। ठीक है, या फिर आप कंप्लीटली फेथ होगी आपको किसी चीज़ पे या कंप्लीटली नहीं होगी। बीच का रास्ता पॉसिबल नहीं है। अगर पॉसिबल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो तो यू आर फेकिंग थिंग्स, राइट। दीज आर नॉट टू पॉसिबिलिटीज़। There are not two possibilities. Either faith exists, it encompasses your whole life, it spreads into very cell. Faith is expensive, but such a faith does not come from the scriptures. It cannot come. Such a faith comes from life experience. Very important. कोई भी चीज़ पढ़ के आपको ये चीज़ नहीं पता चल सकती कि फेथ आपको किसी चीज़ पे नहीं हो सकता है। वो फेथ आता है लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस से। जैसे आपको किसी भी चीज़ पे विश्वास है तो वो विश्वास एक दिन हो सकता है कि आप उस विश्वास पे क्वेश्चन करो, लेकिन अगर आपने उससे रिलेटेड कुछ एक्सपीरियंस किया है तो आपका फेथ रियल में एग्जिस्ट करेगा, फिर डाउट नहीं आएगा। तो वही बोल रहे हैं, स्क्रिप्चर को देख के या कुछ चीज़ें पढ़ के आपको फेथ नहीं आ सकती है। फेथ आएगी आपके लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस से। इट कम्स व्हेन यू रीड द स्क्रिप्चर ऑफ लाइफ Scripture of life. That means basically having experiences, not from reading Ashtavakra. Understand Ashtavakra, but don't think this understanding is wisdom. Understand Ashtavakra and preserve this inside yourself. Put it away. You have received a touchstone. You didn't receive wisdom, but an analyst's experience. And when you do attain wisdom, you can easily test it with the touchstone of Ashtavakra. Okay, the touchstone is not gold. When you go to the goldsmith, you see he has a black testing stone. This black stone is not gold. When he receives gold, the goldsmith rubs it on this black stone to find out if it is gold or not. When you have understood Ashtavakra's words carefully, keep them. Like, try to hold it in your conscious and subconscious mind. Do not trust it completely. Do not think this is the ultimate wisdom, is what Osho is trying to emphasize on. Pack them away, and when your experience of life comes, you can test it. And then experience your life. And then, while you are experiencing your life, then you can check whatever Ashtavakra said, is it true or no? Ashtavakra's touchstone will be helpful then. You'll be able to know what has happened. You'll have the language to understand it. You'll have a method to understand it. Ashtavakra will be your witness. This is the way I take the scriptures. The scriptures are witnesses. The path of trust, the path of truth is unknown. You need witnesses on that unknown path. When you first come face to face with the truth will be so vast that you will tremble. You will be unable to grasp it. You will shake to your very roots. There will be fear that you could go mad. Imagine what will happen to a man who has been searching for a treasure for lifetime and suddenly he finds that the treasure is buried where he is standing. Won't he go mad? This seeking for many lives was a waste. The treasure is buried right under my feet. Just imagine, it will be a tremendous shock for this man. So many years I have wasted this whole life. This whole time has been meaningless effort, a nightmare. What I have been seeking was waiting inside. Won't a man go mad from such a shock? At that time, Ashwaka's sweet words will soothe you. At that time, the Vedanta, Buddha, the Upanishads, the Bible, the Quran, sorry, Buddha will stand as your witnesses. In that situation, you will be unable to comprehend the new experience that are happening to you. In aloneness, it is very difficult. I am speaking on the scriptures, not because by hearing the scriptures you will become wise. I am speaking on them so that you can move on the path of meditation. If not today, then tomorrow it will happen. It has to happen. When the happening takes place, it need not to be gold in front. Gold is in front of you and you cannot comprehend. I am giving you a touchstone. Test your experience on these touchstones. So whatever Ashtavakra says, these are like touchstones. So whenever you'll achieve gold in your real life, you can check with the help of this touchstones. So it is like अष्टवक्र जो भी बता रहे हैं आप इसको अपने दिमाग में रखो और जब आपको लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंसेस होंगे तब आप ये अष्टवक्र की जो डिस्कोर्स हैं या जो भी उनकी लर्निंग्स हैं इसके बेसिस पे आप चेक कर सकते हो कि ये रियल लाइफ में अप्लाई होते हैं या नहीं होते हैं तो अष्टवक्र इज़ द मोस्ट प्रिसाइज टच स्टोन्स डोंट हैव फेथ इन अष्टवक्र डोंट हैव फेथ इन अष्टवक्र use Ashtavakra as a touchstone for your experience own experiences having experiences is very important make Ashtavakras a witness Jesus said this to disciples so अष्टवक्र को एक विटनेस की तरह आप रखो कि उनके बेसिस पे आप बाकी चीज़ों को चेकआउट कर रहे हो ऐसा जैसे अब एक और बात आ रही है जीसस सेड टू हिज डिसिपल्स जीसस ने अपने अनुयायियों को बोला आई विल बी योर विटनेस व्हेन यू अराइव बट his disciples misunderstood. The disciples understood that when they died and reached God's heaven, then Jesus would be a witness that they were his disciples. Let them come in. They are mine. These are Christians. Be specially compassionate to them. Let more blessings shower on them. So this is the misinterpretation by the disciples of Jesus. Jesus said, when you'll come, I'll be the witness. But what Jesus meant is something completely different. Jesus said, when you arrive, I'll be your witness. This did not mean that Jesus would be standing there, but that what Jesus had said would be there as a touchstone. When your experience happens, immediately you can test it and unravel the knot as it is. You have wandered around for so long in untruth, your eyes have become used to it. The shock of truth should break you apart, should not drive you insane. Okay. Remember, many seekers of truth have gone mad. Alright. Many seekers of truth have gone mad just as they neared the stage of becoming enlightened. They become deranged because the happening is so vast. It is inconceivable, unbelievable. It is as if the whole sky has crashed on you. Your pot is small and the infinite is raining in your pot. You'll be shattered. You won't be able to contain it. You're face to face with the sun and your eyes will be dazzled and then you go dark. The sun is before you and all is darkness. Your eyes will shut. At that moment, you can use Ashtavakra's statement to understand the sun. At the time, the voice of Ashtavakra that has been lying in your unconscious will immediately speak. The sutras of the Upanishads will start resounding. The Gita will echo, the Quran will echo, its verses will come forth. Alright, their fragrance will assure you that you have come home. There is nothing to freak out about. This vastness is you. Ashtavakra says that you are expansive, you are vast, you are omnipresent, you are void of action, uncorrupted, you are the ultimate reality. These statements will immediately give an explanation. Merely having faith in them, merely holding on to them, will lead you nowhere. And greed is waiting within you, saying self realization has not happened. To control desire, a continuous stream spreads out from the snake charmer's pipe. Dense, impenetrable, impenetrable desire quivers in response. Listen to it again. To control desire, a continuous stream spreads out from the snake charmer's pipe. Dense, impenetrable desire quivers in response, like a cobra whose coil is motionless while the herd dances to and fro. You want to become free of desires, but still you spread out a net of desire. You want to be completely clean and pure, but still you do it by means of greed. Still, desire goes on quivering. See how an alone, uncrowded desire quivers. The snake's coil is motionless. Now only the hood dances to and fro. You have gone to attain God, but your way of attaining is the same as of attaining money. You go to seek God, but your desire, your passion is the same as the one who is after material things. Your madness is the same as the madness of one who wants to attain the word. The object of desire has changed, but the desire has not changed. Listening to Ashtavakra, your desire says, wow, this is great. I never knew that what I am seeking is already attained. So now I'll just sit. Then you will wait. Did it happen yet? Did it happen yet? Did it happen yet? Desire goes on quivering. Did it happen yet? You haven't understood. Listen to Ashtavakra again. Ashtavakra says it is already attained, but how can you hear it? How can you understand it? Your desire goes on quivering. Until you have chased after your desires, until you have seen the worthlessness of chasing after them, run and fallen down and scraped yourself, you won't be able to understand. Only through the experience of desire does desire become worthless. Exhausted, it falls down broken. In this moment of desirelessness, you will understand that what you have been seeking has already happened. Otherwise, you repeat like a parrot. It doesn't make the slightest difference if you are a Hindu parrot or a Muslim parrot or a Jaina, a Christian or a Buddhist. A parrot is a parrot. A parrot may recite the Bible, a parrot may recite the Quran, a parrot is a parrot. He'll go on repeating. Inside the temple, all bathe and rub down in full voice and grossed, throats open in loud tones, extremely well practiced. They go on chanting Ram Ram. Inside themselves, they are all deaf mutes, repeating meaninglessly without understanding. Dwarfs. But outside, the most child is the most loud mouth. Look in the temples. Inside the temple, all bathe and rub down in full voice and grossed. People seem so innocent in the temples. Look in the market at the same faces that you see in the temples. Their coverings appear different in the temples. Throats open in loud tones, extremely well practiced. You must have seen people taking a rosary and chanting, wrapped in a blanket printed with Ram Ram, with sandal paste on the forehead. What a spotless, radiant image. When you meet the same man in the market, in the crowd, you won't be able to recognize him. People have different faces. Indeed, they have different faces. I have experienced it myself. So, yeah, I can rely on it. People do have different faces. In front of the God, they will be like they are the purest soul. But in the outside world, where they have to act like an innocent soul, they will act exactly opposite. So मंदिर में वो बिल्कुल ऐसे innocent की तरह behave करेंगे. मंदिर के में वो सारी चीज़ें lawfully करने की कोशिश करेंगे. जाप वगैरह भी करेंगे, जो भजन वगैरह हैं वो भी करेंगे, पर उन चीज़ों को वो मंदिर के अंदर तक ही सीमित रखेंगे. जैसे ही बाहर आएंगे, जैसे ही वो वर्ड में आएंगे, या फिर आप ऐसे समझ लो जैसे ही वो इन्वायरमेंट में आएंगे, वहाँ पे फिर से वो ग्रीडी, फिर से सेल्फ सेंटर्ड एक्ट करने लग जाएंगे. So you must have seen people taking up rosary and chanting, wrapped in a blanket printed with Ram Ram, with sandal paste on it. Forehead, what a spotless, radiant image. When you meet the same man in the market, in the crowds, you won't be able to recognize him. People have different faces. They wear one face in the market, they wear another face in the temple. Completely true. सो मार्केट में या लोगों के बीच में वो एक अलग तरीके से एक्ट करते हैं, अपने को सेंटर में रख के. एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट आई एम समवन डिफरेंट. आई ऑल्सो फील लाइक आई माइट लूज माई whatever it is, my right or whatever it is. So we do prioritize ourselves, but we should not be making other feel trouble because of that. So that's my understanding as far as I understand. Engrossed, throats open in loud tones, extremely well practiced, they go on chanting Ram Ram. Inside themselves, they are all deaf mutes, repeating meaninglessly without understanding. Dwarfs, but outside the most childish, the most loud mouthed. Information can make you a parrot, can give you a big mouth, it can give you the illusion of being religious, can give deceptions. But don't think it is wisdom. And on the basis of information, the conviction that you put forward will be sitting on doubt, riding on the shoulders of doubt. This conviction cannot take you to the door of truth. Don't put much faith in this conviction. It is worthless. Faith must faith must come from your own experience. Now this is very important. Faith या किसी भी चीज़ पे हमारा विश्वास, जैसे एक हिंदी में कहावत है ना, हाथ कंगन को आरसी क्या, पढ़े लिखे को फारसी क्या. सो इट इज़ लाइक आपके अपने एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस पे जो भी आप बिलीव बनाते हो, वो ही आपके बिलीफ सिस्टम का पार्ट होता है और उसी के बेसिस पे आप एक्ट करते हो. सो सिमिलरली फेथ मस्ट कम फ्रॉम योर ओन एक्सपीरियंस. इट शुड नॉट कम लाइक चाह के भी अगर आप देखोगे कि कुछ पढ़ने से आपको वो आ जाए, नहीं, आपके एक्सपीरियंस के बेसिस पे आएगी. फेथ मस्ट कम फ्रॉम द प्योर formlessness of your own meditation. All right, so that is very important. I should highlight it. Faith must come from your own experience. Faith must come from your pure formlessness of your own meditation. Now, the second question. What's the second question? Beloved Osho, while out walking at dusk, I felt suddenly your whole lecture of yesterday morning began echoing in every cell of my body. I was looking as a spectator at the splendor of scenes going by. When the memory of the observer arose, this play of the observer went on for some time, then my legs began wobbling, and to keep from falling, I sat down at the side of the road, and then neither scene nor spectator remained, nor even the observer. Everything disappeared, but still something was, sometimes dark, sometimes light, playing hide and seek. But since then, anxiety has increased, and I cannot understand all this. Alright, let's see what Osho has to say about this. This is just what I was saying. If a small glimpse of the truth comes to you, you'll be upset. You won't be able to understand. Not understanding it, a deep uneasiness will take hold of you. Madness too can overtake you. This is why I speak on these scriptures. This is why I go on explaining every day. So that the information will remain in your unconscious, and when the happening takes place, you can figure it out. You can clearly define what happened. Otherwise, how will you comprehend it? You won't have the language, the words. You'll have no way to understand it. No measuring stick, no scales. How will you weigh it? You'll make no touchstone. If you'll have no touchstones, how can you appraise it? You have said your whole lecture of yesterday morning began echoing every cell of my body. I was looking as a spectator at the splendor of scenes going by, when the memory of the observer arose. This play of the observer went on for some time, then my leg began wobbling and keep from falling. I sat down at the side of the road. Certainly, this happens. When you first become aware of the observer, you wobble. Your whole life totters because your whole life is set up without the observer. This new happening will shatter everything. It's like a blind man whose eyes suddenly open. Do you think he will be able to walk down the road? He'll stagger. Blind for 40, 50 years, he felt this way along with the help of his cane. In his blindness, he gradually developed the ability to walk in the dark. He became skillful. He interpreted sound around him, sounds around him. He got to know the turns in the roads. He had learned the art of seeing with his ears. For 50 years, everything had been going well. This life of the blind, which you cannot even imagine, barret of light, color, beauty, shape, it depends on the medium of sound. He has only one language, sound. He created his whole life on the basis. If on the way to the market in the morning suddenly his eyes open, think of what will happen. His whole body, his whole world will come crashing down. His world of sound will go completely topsy turvy. This event will be strong. The eye is opening, seeing people's faces, seeing colors, the rays of the sun, sunlight and shadow, this crowd, so many people, buses, cars, bicycles. He will completely freak out. It will be such a great shock to his life. Will the small word he has made with help of sound disappear, be wiped out, die, be trampled under? He'll sit down on the spot trembling. He may stagger and fall. Perhaps he'll not be able to make home. Maybe he will faint. And this example is nothing. When the observer makes its entrance into your life, when just one ray of the observer comes, the example is nothing. The event is so much bigger. Then this example is nothing. The inner eye is opening. You have created your word without the inner eye, and when the inner eye suddenly opens, it makes your whole word wrong. You'll remain speechless in amazement. You have asked rightly and asked from experience. Consider the two types of question. One is theoretical. It has no great value, but this question comes out of experience. If there were no experience, this question could not have arisen. If these legs had not staggered, this question would not have arisen. This question is from direct experience. The memory of the observer arose. Ashtavakra's words must have reverberated. An echo must have remained of what I had said in the morning. Its fragrance must have arisen in you. A few threads of what I said must have become entangled in you. The memory of the observer arose. This play of the observer went on for some time. Perhaps it was only a moment. A moment of the observer seems very long because the observer is beyond time. Here only a second passes on a watch. There, as the observer, it seems centuries have passed. This watch is of no use there. This watch is not made for the inner eye. This play of the observer went on for some time, but then my legs began wobbling, and I sat down at the side of the road to keep from falling. This wobbling indicates that it happened. This questioner has not asked a question from his listening or reading. Something transpired, and then neither scene or spectator remained, nor even the observer. In that wobbling, everything dispersed, everything disappeared. In such moments, confusion arises if there has been no gradual preparation. If we are unable to assimilate it drop by drop, if it happens all of a sudden, there can be an explosion. Everything disappeared, but still something was. Certainly, something was. Actually, everything was. For the first time, everything of yours ended. Your little house of straw fell down. The sky, the moon, and stars, the ultimate remained. The boundaries, the lines had drowned, all disappeared. Cloudless sky remained. Your conditioning of life, living in a confined shell, was shaken. You were frightened by this wobbling and sat down at the roadside. Certainly, something was. The experience makes one speechless. What one cannot grasp. What was it? Who was it? Have you noticed sometimes something suddenly wakes you up when you were deep asleep at 5 a.m.? You were sound asleep at the 4 of the deepest sleep, and something suddenly awakens you. Some noise, some firecrackers goes off in the street, a car crashes into your door, some noise that immediately wakes you up instantly. You jump immediately from sleep to wakefulness. You come like an arrow from the depths of sleep. Usually, when we come out of deep sleep, we come very slowly. First, deep sleep drops away, then dreams gradually start floating. Then we remain in dreams for a while. You can remember your morning dreams, but you do not recall the right dreams because the morning dreams are very light and exactly halfway between sleep and waking up. The gradually dreams disappear. Then there is a half broken sleep. Then sun and shadow play a little hide and seek with your eyes. You are one moment awake, one moment again asleep. You roll over as if awake. In between, you hear your wife making tea, a dish falls, the milkman comes, someone passes by on the street, the servant knocks, the kids are getting ready for school. Then you roll over again and start falling into the depths. In this way, you very gradually come to the surface. Then you open your eyes. But if something happens suddenly, you come like an arrow from the depths of state of awakening. Your eyes open and you wonder, where am I? Who am I? For a moment, nothing is clear. And that's true, I have experienced it as well. This must have experienced, like this must have happened. तो वही एग्जाम्पल यहाँ पे ओशो समझाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जो अल्टीमेट ट्रुथ उन्होंने बताया कि कैसे आप जब रियल में ऑब्जर्वर बन पाओगे तो ये जो अल्टीमेट ट्रुथ आपके पास आएगा, आपको उसको सहन करने के लिए कुछ विटनेस होने चाहिए, कुछ टच स्टोन होने चाहिए, जैसे उपनिषद हो गए या फिर अष्टवक्रा के जो यहाँ पे वचन थे या फिर ओशो की जो ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, वो सारी चीज़ें अगर पहले से होंगी और एक्सपीरियंस होगा तो आप रिलेट कर सकते हो. बट अगर आपके पास पहले से कुछ नॉलेज नहीं है उसके अकॉर्डिंग एंड सडनली एक्सपीरियंस होता है, so that will become a very, what I can say, just give me 1 second, there is this call I have to attend. Hello. मैं कुछ कर भी रखा हो सकता हूँ ना, मम्मी को करा कर कॉल. All right, so we'll start from 104 in the next live stream. So people who, so there is this, I'll not say family emergency, but I have to do something and I have to go. So everyone, please take care of yourself and have fun. If you have interest in also spirituality and similar things, and if you have interest in logic and especially in book reading, because in future I am going to read more books on the same similar aspects where I am trying to seek some knowledge. I am trying to gain some knowledge in that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can subscribe to the channel and you can like the live stream as well. So thank you so much, universe. Thank you so much, Radharanji. We'll meet next time. Till then, stay healthy, stay safe, have fun. Peace out.